There's this old story about a man that turns into a cockroach. It went something like, one time there was a man who lived with his parents and he worried all the time. All he thought about was work. One morning he woke up and he had a hard shell-like back and a whistle-like voice. At the office.
Where the heck is Gregor? He should have been here an hour ago.
Oh, Mr. Chief Clerk, I am sure something must be wrong with Gregor. He is never late for work. I think that something is wrong. You'll have to go to his house and see what is going on with him. Mr. Chief Clerk headed to Gregor's house. On his way there he got a call from the boss. He told him what was going on with Gregor.
Listen, Gregor wasn't on the train. He didn't show up to work. So, I'm going to go see what is wrong with him.
The chief clerk got to Gregor's house and was greeted by Gregor's parents. They invited him in because they knew that he was there to see what was going on with Gregor.
Do you think that's Chief Clerk?
Yes, you go invite him in and I'll go check on Gregor. Gregor's father let the chief clerk in and his mother went to go and check on Gregor.
I don't know why Gregor would miss the train. He must not be feeling well. I think that Gregor didn't want to come to work and that he is just trying to skip the day. I don't even think that he is ill.
As Gregor was in his room, he heard his mother outside the door. He couldn't move. He had a very shell-like back and long stocky legs. Gregor's mother couldn't get him to open the door, so she went to talk to the chief clerk. As she went to talk to Mr. Chief Clerk, Gregor's father went to find his little sisters. He isn't well. Please believe me. Why else would Gregor have missed a train? The lad only ever thinks about the business. It nearly makes me cross the way he never goes out in the evenings. He's been in town for a week now but stayed home every evening. He sits with us in the kitchen and just reads the paper or studies train timetables. His idea of relaxation is working with his fret saw. He's made a little frame, for instance. It only took him 2 or 3 evenings. You'll be amazed how nice it is. It's hanging up in his room. You'll see it as soon as Gregor opens the door. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. We wouldn't have been able to get Gregor to open the door by ourselves. He's so stubborn and I'm sure he isn't well. He said this morning that he is, but he isn't. As Gregor's mother and the chief clerk were talking, they heard a loud bang on the ground.
The only explanation for this is... What was that?
After they heard the loud bang, they went to see what happened. By the time they reached Gregor's door, it was open, and as they looked in, they couldn't believe what they saw. His parents couldn't help but cry. Gregor had turned into a giant cockroach. The end.